It's the holiday season, and you could spend time with the family, having awkward conversations with your estranged aunt, or suffering through Hallmark Christmas movies with your mother-in-law, or... You could enjoy an action-packed, dark noir, Lovecraftian boomer shooter with gore, guns, and gothic cathedrals like Forgive Me Father 2. It rhymes with Cthulhu. You can return to a simpler time called the 90s when boomer shooters existed. With names like Doom, Quake, Shadow Warrior, and Hexen, these games had sprawling levels, cool weapons, vicious monsters, and lots of key cards, doors, and switches. Forgive Me Father 2 is a dark, twisted tale of a priest on the path to redeem his sanity, as he explores his dark past and internal turmoil to find redemption, but not before he blasts some green Lovecraftian nasties back to the void. The presentation was very good. It was dark, yet inviting. I felt comfortable here, the memories rushing in violently. The comic book style of the game is very detailed. It looks beautiful, dark, and depressing, with misty skyboxes and a dark atmosphere. One of my favorite things in a boomer shooter is how the game sucks me into its world, and Forgive Me Father 2 does a great job at this, while also providing a bit of humor in the form of wall decor. When in doubt, just add tentacles. You can scratch a mailbox and have actual mail come out. You have a flashlight that you have to keep an eye on, lest you lose sight in the darkness. Some stages have ornate open areas, or nasty claustrophobic skull-filled hallways. Ritual sites and electric Tesla orbs create a sense of intrigue. There is narration to keep the story going as your character reflects on his situation and remembers his past. It's very much like a comic book. I like how they have the story interactables just say story, or the end of level say finish level. There's also a homeless drunkard who congratulates you when you win. You begin in the asylum, which acts as a hub world. At first you have to take the levels in order, then later you can pick a route to follow. Or you can go in the backyard and break some glass by hitting rocks with your axe. Sure, I guess. I had a variety of weapons at my disposal. They were grotesque icons of destruction. I would hope that no one would dare challenge the wrath that I now possessed. Talking to one of these two pill-providing proprietors will let you buy and equip weapons and abilities. You have the Dark Tome, which grants you Eldritch powers, providing 2 passive and 1 active effect. A 1-button activation uses up energy stored in a bar at the bottom of the screen that you can earn through gameplay, and gives you the power to destroy your enemies for a limited time. You get more effects as you clear levels and can buy them with currency you earn. There are a whole host of abilities. My favorites are the ones that increase the strength of weapons, give you more ammo, drain health from enemies, and so on. There is a variety to choose from, and you will find the ones that best suit you. Also, you can collect tokens by finding the dark purple item during levels and use it to buy various guns. You have melee, pistol, shotguns, rifles, explosive weapons, and the exotic ones. I like that you can buy any weapon at any time if you have enough tokens. You get some crazy stuff. Octopus shotguns, fish SMGs, and this strange flower power minigun to name a few. I traveled through what seemed to be a never-ending maze. Was I trapped, or was it just an illusion of my own design? The levels don't have a map, but they are designed well enough that you will be able to figure out where to go. There are plenty of secrets to find and clocks to destroy if you are a completionist or just want to kill some time. There is a neat picture-in-picture that is very comic booky and shows the door or platform that was activated nearby. My favorite part of the game was just moving through the levels, exploring and killing the enemies around. There is one particular series of hallways where you have to avoid shooting explosive barrels. One, because they do chain explosive damage, but also because the barrels can come to life and kill you. It's like Doom, only the barrels aren't full of fun. For you hardcore action fans, there are arenas filled with enemies. At least one time per stage, you will be attacked on all sides. The room is usually pretty obvious and typically has a lot of ammo lying around, with a health and armor pickup in the middle. There are some bosses too. They're not too difficult, but this one where you have to dodge these walls of light was really fun. If the inspiration for this boss wasn't the turbo tunnel from Battletoads, I will be disappointed. As for the combat itself, it's simple and satisfying. There are plenty of settings to adjust aim assist, and it works fine on both controller and keyboard and mouse. Every gun feels good, and enemies explode into a bloody mess. There is plenty of ammo lying around, but unlike the classic boomer shooters, you will need to reload your weapon. However, every weapon reloads to full when stowed long enough, which allows you to quickly swap to another weapon. This keeps you shooting rather than reloading. I had a revelation, a host of complaints that were tugging at the strings of my consciousness, and they would tear me apart if I didn't express my dread for all to see. I can amass all of my issues with the game in one example. You get to a difficult arena, but you're dying because there are so many bullets. It's like a bullet hell game. You're getting pricked by all the crossfire, and it does more damage than you'd like. There was only a health pickup at the beginning, but now you can't get any more. You have the tome that has some healing abilities, but you chose a non-healing active ability, and you want to go back and change it. But you can't change your skills unless you go back to the asylum and lose all of your level progress. So you struggle and Dark Souls it and beat your head against the wall, and eventually win. Giving the player the ability to change their loadout during levels would be a nice touch, and maybe a little bit of balancing would also help. In conclusion, I blasted away my fears and conquered my demons that reflect my dark past with guns that smell like fish, and I had a great time doing it. I really enjoyed Forgive Me Father 2. Thanks to the talented folks at Byte Barrel for giving me the chance to review it. For creating a fun, creative, comic booky boomer shooter full of Lovecraftian, fishy fun time, I give Forgive Me Father 2 4 drunken asylum dwellers sitting near an exit level sign going, "Oi!" out of 5. I'm Dan T from Twisted Banana Productions, signing off into the dark void of my soul.